Ticka 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 ticka. Yo everybody, this is Darren and I'm playing some Minecraft. In the snow fields. Ooh. Gotta be careful in the snow. Not easy to drive through. Especially if you're not used to it. So, like, a couple of months ago, there was like, I heard it was snowing and I heard a loud crash outside. And then like, and I was like, what the heck is that? And then like 5 minutes later, I heard someone yelling for help. And it turns out that like on the road near my house, there was someone had slid off the corner of the road with their pickup truck in the snow and crashed into a tree and flipped it on the side. They were yelling for help in the dark. So, for some reason, I decided to go out and look, even though it was like midnight. And I didn't even have a coat on for some reason. And I was really tired. And I went out to look, armed with only a flashlight, and had no idea what was going on. Or how I would even help, because, like, I don't know what to do for that, and I don't know. Anyway, I found this guy walking by the road, and, he started telling me about how he definitely was not driving drunk, and that someone else was driving, but he didn't know where they were. But he definitely wasn't the one driving. And like, I don't know if that's the oh, what? Oh. Eh. See, this is why you shouldn't drive distracted. I don't know, I was like, I don't know if that's a priority to be talking about that when you might be hurt, but you didn't look hurt, and I didn't see anyone else around this truck. So I don't know whether he was telling the truth or not, but I don't know, that's not my job. So anyway, I called the emergency for this guy and went back home because I don't know what else to do. But anyway, as I was running back home in the dark, in the snow, I felt something that I hadn't experienced before, and that was that I almost passed out and collapsed. I didn't even realize I was that tired or anything. But I guess I was. Because I had been staying up a lot and barely getting any sleep. Because I was working on a writing project. And like thinking about it obsessively for like 6 months for some reason. It sounds really stupid, but that's what I was doing. Because I just had to get this thing done. I felt like I had to. Because I had spent so much time on it already. Huh. The wolves have new sounds, I think. Seems like. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, snow pigs. Yeah, but anyway, I had this writing project and I was trying to finish it because I felt like I had to because I had already spent months on it and I was trying to. And I don't know. Felt like it was kind of necessary for other projects to go with another project and like. I was like, if I like. This is like a simple. I was like, this is like a simple task, and how could I fail at this, you know? If I fail at this, how can I do my other projects? And anyway, so I was working at this a lot and thinking about it almost constantly. I had to keep trying to make it better for some reason. But better was not good enough ever. I don't know. Like, I wanted every word to make sense, of course, but like, not just every word, but like every current definition of every word had to be meaningful to like the theme of the project. And like, there were like 5 different themes, layers of themes that it had to be, it had to work for every word. And like, all of the syllables, there to be a certain number of syllables. There to be a certain number of lines. The lines had to be rhyming. There had to be play on words. There had to be, like, all of the words had to flow into each other. All the lines had to flow into each other. They all had to have significance throughout. And they all had to have, like, all of these sub-themes that I wanted to put in, and, like, yeah, every definition of every word had to make sense. Which seems crazy because the definitions are always changing. Anyways, and like mean different things in different languages, and like there's so many innuendos and phrases and turns of phrases, and yeah, I don't know why I was trying to do that. And not just the definition, every definition of every word, but all of the homophones, all the words they sounded like, even if they were antonyms, and like they had definitions opposite of each other. They all had to make sense. I felt. And not just they, but all of the parts of the words. And all of the words that those sounded like. And every potential meaning that anyone might... I don't know. Ooh, a blue chicken. But yeah, I was trying to hold all those definitions together in my head the whole time for like 6 months, trying to write this thing. And it was not good at all. I think the chickens lay different color eggs now. You can get different chicken. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what I was doing. Why I say I kind of wrecked my brain, because I was thinking about that almost constantly for so long. And I don't know why. I just kept moving the goalposts, trying to get this thing done. And then eventually, I was trying to make it make so much sense that it made no sense. I mean, it made sense to me, but like it wasn't even grammatically correct anymore. And like I read it to someone and they were like, "What? This doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know what you're trying to say." And you're overthinking this severely. So like I don't know if anyone else would have. I mean, that sounds pretentious, but I don't mean it to be pretentious. Just like it was just it didn't. It just had a lot of references that would only make sense to me, probably. In the other projects I was working on and other stuff I was thinking about. Well, yeah. But yeah, I was thinking about that so much that I was neglecting my physical health, apparently. I didn't realize how much. I just wasn't eating or sleeping enough or whatever. And I was constantly trying to catch up with all of it. I still am. I still haven't fully recovered from it, I don't think. And it's really stupid, isn't it? Because it was just a writing project. Oh, another village. A snow village. But anyway, yeah, that's why. That's what happened. And eventually I decided that after trying to rewrite this thing like 2 or 3 times completely and working on it for several months, I decided I just had to stop working on this because I couldn't get it the way I wanted it, and I felt like I hated it. No matter how many times I tried to work, I hated it. I kept having ideas for it. And I would like get up. I would have ideas for it while I was trying to sleep. Was one problem, and then I would try to remember them. And then I would get up all excited about the idea, like a new word that I thought of might work, and then it didn't. And then I was like devastated. And then it was like up and downs like that. But anyway. So yeah. That's what I was doing for the end of last year. For half of last year. Ooh, some snow cows. But yeah, I ended up hating this writing project that I was doing, and I felt like it was even like I even got paranoid about it, or superstitious, or whatever you want to call it. Like if I published this thing, it would bring about terrible things, or like the stuff I was writing could happen to me personally, even though it was just like very ambiguous. It was so ambiguous it didn't mean anything, honestly. But I've got really paranoid about it. And so I'm probably not ever going to publish that writing project. It's like past the uh that's a bad map. It's like past relevance anyway. It would make even less sense if I publish it. No, they're good. But yeah, oh, and I also felt like I had to finish this project because I didn't have an alternative. Because like it was necessary to continue another thing, and I didn't have an alternative. I couldn't even think of an alternative because I was constantly thinking about the other thing. But then I was just like, I have to stop. And then I was able to think of an alternative. And I don't know if it's as good, but whatever. I don't know how I messed up so bad just trying to write a poem or whatever. Sounds pretty ridiculous, huh? But anyway, yeah, I kind of think of that now as like maybe sort of like driving drunk. I don't know. I haven't ever been drunk on alcohol, but maybe it's kind of like that. Where something's distracting you so much that you neglect other things. Back at the ocean, maybe? Nah, I could go around. I think I might start heading kind of southwards. Because Roy also turns south after west. So I might start going more southwards. Anyway, yeah. But like I said, I became really paranoid about this thing. Because it played a lot on my anxiety. Or something, I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't want to self-diagnose. Because that leads to misinformation and stuff. That's not my job. Apparently writing poems is not my job either. Or at least not in the way I was trying to do it.